Hey folks, Gaz the Gamer here, and today I thought I'd bring you my thoughts on the Battlefield Hardline beta. It just closed today, in fact, hence why my footage is only 7 minutes long, because it was a brief recording session I did yesterday and I scrapped thinking, I'll record today. And then I went to play it and I was like, oh, thanks very much for trying the game, bye! So, it's going to be kind of short, but it's probably for the best. So, without further ado, we were given 3 game modes in it, Conquest, Hotwire, and Heist. Conquest is just the exact same as it's been in the last, like, however many, I think like Bad Company 1. In fact, probably the original Battlefield that was set in World War II had it. I never played that one, I was a little young for that, but it probably did. Anyway, anyone who's played Battlefield knows how Conquest goes. It's the same thing, it's good, I enjoyed it. So we'll just leave that at the side. The other 2 game modes are new. You've got Hotwire, which is pretty exciting. It's basically Conquest, but you've got the Conquest points are, instead of being stationary like they are in Conquest, they're actually in vehicles. So you have to take control of the vehicle and drive it at a certain pace to actually get the points, control the point. And obviously, because it's a vehicle, you can blow it up and yeah, you can kill the guy inside it, steal the truck and shit. All that kind of good stuff, which makes it really fast paced, really exciting. And there's multiple ways you can play the game because it moves around so much. You know, you can set mines and stuff and try and gauge where they're going to go. You can run up to them with an RPG and just go hell for leather, blow it up. You can control the points from yourselves, or you can just try and take them down. So it's a really nice mode. It's, as I say, it's very, very fast paced. The only downside to it is that some of the classes are very overpowered for it. As you kind of expect, I guess, with a class called Mechanic and a game mode, you know, really centered around vehicles, you kind of guess the mechanic's gonna be important. You can repair, and he's got a noob tube, and that's all you need to know. The noob tube kills in about 2 shots for most cars, if you get it right, roughly, maybe a little bit more. But either way, he's pretty good for blowing them up, and if he's in a car, he can repair it while it's going. So he's pretty well set for that as well. But nonetheless, the classes are generally okay. So anyway, that's something I'm really excited to play when it comes out in full in March. The other mode was Heist, something that was quite picked up for me at least, because it is all cops and robbers basically. So the thieves have to break into the vault, get the loot, and go to a designated site. It's a short story of it. It's simple, but it is simple, and it's good to keep things simple sometimes because that means players can make their own kind of, you know, interesting points out of it. Only given 1 map in the beta, which was a bit disappointing, and that's the map that you're seeing in the footage right now. It's Heist that I'm playing. It's really exciting game mode though, and I really don't have much else to say about it. I had a lot of fun playing it, and I hope that they just expand on it when the full game comes out, and that's really it. The only downside to the whole thing as a whole was the class system. It's the same as it's always been. There's 4 bulk classes, the same as it was last Battlefield 4 and 3. I think it was 3 that they changed the medic to being the soldier, right? I think it was that one. But yeah, it's the same as that. It just feels that the Enforcer class, which would be the... I forget what it's called in Battlefield 4 now, but the guy with the LMG, basically. You know, the operator's a soldier, he's the same as he's always been. The mechanic is the engineer, pretty much the same as he's always been. The sniper's a sniper, same as. But then the Enforcer, which is the LMG guy, doesn't have an LMG anymore. He's only got a shotgun and some, I think it's maybe an LMG, but it only carries about 25 rounds, so it's not really an LMG. He gets C4, technically, but he just feels really underpowered and really just not much fun to play with compared to the rest of the classes, which have interesting things like trip mines or the noob tube, which is always fun, and maybe it's just 'cause I'm not a shotgun guy, I guess. But that's the only downside to the game that I found, was that class seemed pretty underpowered, pretty underwhelming. If you can give him a full LMG, LMGs are good in the game. You can find them dotted around in different locations, just at pickups, kind of like, you know, classic Halo, having like a shotgun hidden over here and a big gun hidden over there. So I guess they're probably overpowered because you can find them in those locations, but
Make it here.
in all, like, they were ace, and you can't get them for normal class. So instead, you're stuck with a shotgun. Could just be my bias against shotguns, to be honest. Yeah, that's probably it. But that's really all I have to say. If that was the game that came out with a few more maps, I wouldn't be happy though. I'd be expecting more, obviously more content with maps and game modes, which I'm expecting. And I'm sure everyone's expecting. It'd be stupid not to expect more from a beta compared to the full game. But I'm expecting more customization with the classes, which I'm pretty sure they'll do. If they don't do it, they're gonna be crazy. It just felt like I played about 5 hours, 6 hours in the beta. I leveled up to about rank 26, 27, something like that, and I felt pretty much done. I was like, yeah, I wouldn't really play this anymore, to be honest. I'm pretty much finished it. So, but other than that, the game looks really good, and the first single player aspect looks like it could be really exciting as well. So, yeah, that was my first impressions. It looks like it's going to be really good. Hopefully give Call of Duty the kick up the ass it needs to actually be good again, but I'm not expecting it from that either. But nonetheless, it looks really good, and I can't wait to play it on, I think it's like 20th of March, something like that. I think it's 20th of March. Around then. So, anyway, thank you very much for listening, folks. I'd love to hear what you guys thought about the beta, if you played it at all, or if you didn't, at least what you guys are thinking about for the new Hardline game. So, hope to see you in the comments, and thank you much for listening again. See you later, folks.